Hello viewers, welcome to our lecture series on contemporary issues in business and management, and in this very series we are going to talk about integrated marketing communication. And in this very series we will be talking about what exactly we mean by integrated marketing communication, what is the consumer's perspective into it, how do we define IMC, that is integrated marketing communications, what is the nature and characteristics of integrated marketing communications along with the different levels of it. We will also be talking about the different drivers and barriers of integrated marketing communications, and eventually we will talk about the different types of appeal ranging from mass market appeal to personal appeal, and then we will also talk about buzz marketing or what you call as buzz appeal. So, with this as an agenda of today's lecture, let me now tell you about the marketing mix. We all know that it was proposed by McCarthy in terms of 4 P's: product, price, place and promotion. And in this we have been talking about integrated marketing, that whenever you are planning your marketing mix, you should design it in such a way that they should be integrated with each other. There should not be any gap. When we are planning our bundle of utilities, that is called product, we should always keep in mind the price of it, and we should also keep in mind the place and the promotional aspect of it, so that whenever we are communicating, which means whenever we are telling our customers, informing our customers about the product, about its price or its availability, that is the place, then we should be integrated in our approach. There should not be any gap, there should not be any confusion, there should not be any doubt either in the minds of the marketers and of course or in the minds of the customers. So, we should be very clear into our communication. Whatever we wish to communicate, we should be clear into that approach. So, keeping that in mind, I thought of taking marketing communications as an important aspect. So, let me first tell you what exactly we mean by marketing communication. Marketing communication actually is an activity which is performed to communicate about the products, its price, its availability to their prospective customers. So, whosoever is there as a potential customer, we are informing them about whatever we are selling, at what price we are selling, and at which place it is going to be made available to them. That all we are going to communicate. Now, let me tell you about the different modes of marketing communication. It can be a mass marketing campaign, and we know it by the name of advertising. It can be a sales promotion campaign where we are promoting our sales by the way of offering some coupons, some discounts, some freebies. So, we are promoting our sales. It can be a sponsorship. We may sponsor some event. Suppose if we are entering into a university as a marketer, we can become the official sponsor to a particular event by offering some funding to them or some freebies to them, so that the potential customers may come to know about our company, our brand name, our activities. It can be a PR activity, it can be public relations, wherein it is not like advertising wherein you are paying for that. Essentially, in public relations we are trying to maintain our public relationship with the public, and for that we may have number of activities. There can be a point of purchase communication also. When customers are coming to us, at the point of purchase we can communicate certain things to the customers, like we can tell them about the gift cards, that in place of buying the products you can offer some gift cards to your to your friends and relatives, and in turn they can come and make purchase of their own choices. So, that can also be a way of communication. There can be an exhibition or trade fair participation, and of course, direct marketing communication is there. So, the list is very exhaustive, the list is very comprehensive, I would say. It comprises of advertising, sales promotion, sponsorship, public relations, and eventually the personal selling and e-communication. So, when I am talking about the different modes of marketing communication, I need to keep this thing in mind, that since we have diverse ways of communicating, it requires lot of integration, and that is why the need of integrated marketing communication is very important, and it is very much needed, because we are using diverse ways of communicating about our products, about our price, place, promotion. So, we need to communicate through different modes, and there has to be an integration among all of them. That is what is our motive. Now, when we look at the customer's perspective, what is the customer's perspective to integrated marketing communication? So, we have to understand that consumers may be more sensitive to commonalities and discrepancies among messages than to the specific marketing communication used to transmit them. So, they are very much sensitive and particular about the commonalities and discrepancies. They always try to search and find that is there any discrepancy among the communications being made through different channels, and if it is there, they always report. So, this is what the customer's perspective is. Whenever you are quoting a price online, customers are going to inquire about the same price at the outlet also. They have this habit that this particular product, this particular model of the product is available at this price in this on this portal. So, why are you charging this much or this high from me? So, those discrepancies are going to be pointed out by the customers. So, with this as a perspective of a customer, we have to understand that we are there to ensure the customer satisfaction, and that has to be our utmost priority. So, keeping that in mind, we have to plan our communication in such a way that there is no possibility of any kind of discrepancy or any kind of doubt or confusion in the minds of the customers. So, here what we do, we have to look at adding the value. Added value is created in terms of a faster and better comprehension of the communication, and integration occurs at the consumer or perceiver's level. So, they are actually being integrated, all these communications are being integrated, so that the customers are not left with any kind of doubt or any kind of inhibition or any kind of confusion. Now, the question comes, what exactly is changing into this marketing communication? What are the factors that influence marketing communication? So, first and the foremost thing is that there is a change in consumers, changing consumers. Now, why do we talk about this word changing consumers? Here we mean by the availability of information and an increased resistance in mass market broadcasting. When there is lot of broadcasting by different players at one point of time, consumers are flooded with the information, the customers are flooded with the information, and they have increased resistance nowadays. So, they are going to resist your offerings by different ways, by on different fronts. So, we have to understand that customers are not going to be very silent receptor of your messages, they may resist to that. So, this actually makes our customers, consumers very much changing in terms of their behavior, in terms of their thinking, in terms of their resistance towards any message you are communicating. And since customers are changing, of course, you will have to change your marketing strategies, and along with that, when you are changing your marketing strategies, even your competitors are also making the similar kind of changes there. So, changing marketing strategies are actually another important factor which influence marketing communication. We have fragmented market and more personalized marketing strategies nowadays available, which is actually making this changing marketing strategies a reality as on date. Every now and then marketers are changing their strategy just to remain successful in the market. And the third important change which we are witnessing in the market is changes in technology. So, we do have internet now, we do have mobile, we have iPod, we have satellite, we have different other ways and means of information and communication technology, that is ICT. And this I am not speaking arbitrarily, this is very much quoted in the book authored by Kotler and Armstrong of marketing management. They have been talking about integrated marketing communications and what are the factors that influence marketing communications in totality. Now, the question comes, do we think that IMC or integrated marketing communication is a game of mix and match? So, let us see what exactly it is. When we look at integrated marketing communication, and if we have to define it, we have one institution called American Marketing Association as an apex institution or organization who has defined this term IMC, that is integrated marketing communication. And it says that it is actually a planning process. Integrated marketing communication is a planning process which is designed to assure that all brand contacts received by a customer or prospect for a product, service or organization, they must be relevant to that person and consistent over time. So, this definition actually talks about two important things, that as a receptor of different brand contacts, as a customer what I am receiving, I need an information which is relevant to me. I do not need any irrelevant information. And second thing is that I want that there has to be a consistency over time, that whatever information is being given to me, there has to be a consistency. That is something which I look for. So, as a marketer, when you are communicating to your customers, you have to ensure, you have to make it double sure that the information which I am going to float to a particular customer must be relevant to that customer. And once I have decided that yes, I am talking to a relevant person, there has to be a consistency over a given period of time. So, I need to be consistent also. Now, there are certain basic concepts into integrated marketing communication. The first one is the whole is greater than the sum of it. This is a very popular saying, popular statement given by Aristotle, which is very much holding true here also in terms of integrated marketing communication. Because customers do not want the aggregation of different components of a sum. They want the holistic view, the holistic idea about a product, and that is why here we say that the whole is greater than the sum of its components. So, they want the holistic idea about the brand, about the company, about the product which you are offering. The second one is that it affects brand awareness also, by which it creates, maintains or strengthens favorable and unique brand association. This marketing communication is going to affect the brand awareness also. Having said affect, I am willing to indicate towards its positive as well as negative impact, both. If there is no integration in marketing communication, it may adversely affect your brand value, your brand association. So, we have to be very vigilant while communicating. And this entire integrated marketing communication, it actually aims to build strong customer relationships, because the more you communicate, the better idea about your company, about your brand is being communicated to the customers or to the prospective customers. They come to know about your company, about your brand, about your strategies, about your philosophy, about your value system which you are following into your company. So, that actually makes your entire task quite easier when you are going for establishing a strong brand value for your particular product or particular brand. Now, the question comes, what are the different communication tools which we are using in our marketing communication? As I told you at the very outset, that there is a need of integration because of diversified ways and means of communication, and it starts from the advertising, then sales promotion, then we have public relations, we have direct marketing, we have personal selling, and we have n number of ways and means to communicate about the products and the brand. So, it is being added every day. Every day you would find one more mode of communication into your communication mix tools. So, this list is not the exhaustive one, this is not the last one, it is actually giving you a fair idea about the diversity of different communication tools which we are actually using nowadays as a marketer. So, we have to understand that what is going on into these different tools and the way we are going to communicate. So, how to create synergies among all these sources, that is a very important question in front of a marketer. How to synergize them? So, sales team has a easier it has easier job when brand is well known through advertising or sponsorship. So, there are different strategies which are being talked about. Some people say that a marketer has to adopt the pull strategy, some people say that there is a push strategy which you should follow. So, there is a debate going on between the push and pull, which I will explain to you in due course of our discussions today only. So, how do we create synergies? So, sales team is finding it very easy to convince the customers if they are aware about the product or about the company through advertising or sponsorship. So, a promotional campaign that is supported by advertising is always preferred, and it is regarded as the more successful way of communicating. We talk about public relations, we talk about sponsorship and advertising. They can have synergetic impact on company as well as the image of its brand. So that synergetic impact is something which we are looking for, and that is why we are adopting this strategy of integrated marketing communications. For that, websites have to be supported by offline campaigns as well. So whatever we are writing on the website, we should transform it into a reality, and there has to be an offline campaign for the same. And there comes the role of integrated marketing communication. There are different definitions, as I gave you a very popular definition by American Marketing and Association, and it has also talked about IMC in detail. It has explained the IMC in detail by defining it from different perspectives. So, when we look at the conceptual reality of IMC, I would tell you here that what is the ultimate goal of adopting or resorting to this IMC. Objective is to provide number 1 clarity, number 2 consistency, and number 3 the maximum communication impact. These are the 3 important motives which every marketer has in his or her mind while going for adopting to marketing communication. So, they want to communicate with all clarity, consistency, and maximum communication impact. You should not leave your customer with any kind of confusion. And while defining it, American Marketing Association has actually American Association of Advertising Agencies, it has actually said that IMC is a concept of marketing communications planning that recognizes the added value of a comprehensive plan, which evaluates the strategic roles of a variety of communication disciplines and combine these disciplines to ensure the achievement of your goals, which I had spoken at the very outset, that in order to achieve your goals, you have to combine all your communication modes in an integrated manner. So, there has to be an integration in all your marketing communication. This is what American Association of Advertising Agencies speaks about. Then comes another definition by a very popular author, which actually who defines it as IMC as a strategic choice of elements of marketing communications, which will effectively and economically influence transactions between an organization and its existing and potential customers, or you can say clients and consumers. So, you have to ensure while doing your marketing communication, you have to ensure the effective and economical influence of transactions between the company and the customer. So, you have to keep this thing in mind, that the cost should not be very high when you are going to communicate to your customers. Even Kotler defines integrated marketing communication as a concept under which a company is carefully or vigilantly integrating and coordinating its many communication channels to deliver a clear, consistent, and compelling message about the organization and its products and also the brand. So, it is, to me, it is one of the most clearest definition of integrated marketing communication, where we are expecting for clarity, consistency, and the communication impact, which is repeatedly endorsed by the different definitions. So, those definitions I am not going to repeat. There are a number of definitions for integrated marketing communication, but just to give you a fair idea, I thought of reiterating some of them. Now, coming to the very nature and characteristics of integrated marketing communications. When it comes to IMC, there are 5 essential elements of integrated marketing communication. The first one is that it has an aim to affect behavior through direct communication. So, the very first component of it is its objective. And what is that objective? That my objective is to affect the behavior of my potential customers by direct communication. I have to communicate them so that there is no doubt, and I want their behavior I want their favorable behavior for my product or for my brand or for my company. The second one is the IMC process, which it is related to the process of integrated marketing communication, and it says that the process should start from customer or prospects and then work backwards to brand communicators. So, it is starting from the customer and then working backwards to brand communicators. So, we should always look at the customer first. This is what it is indicating as a second important component, that you should start it from the customers and backward it is going to brand communicators, which means the marketers. So, they should know that what my customers want and from what perspective I should talk. And the third characteristics is that IMC should use all forms of communication and all sources of brand or company contacts as prospective message delivery channels. They should use all forms of communication. The fourth one is there is a need for synergy with the coordination, helping to achieve a strong brand image. And the fifth one is that the need to build and strengthen the brand relationships. So, these are the five important characteristics of what you call as the integrated marketing communication, and we should understand that if these five components, five elements are integrated in a proper manner, or they are being kept in mind while making the communication to the customers, there is nothing which can stop you from making your communication lasting one, impactful one, and also there would be a consistency into your communication. So, with this, my dear learners, I tried to give you a better idea of what exactly we mean by IMC, integrated marketing communication. Thank you so much.